Ashley with The Polished Engineer, and welcome to this week's installment of my tips and tricks. Today I'm going to be talking about how to enter a buy three get one free order into your Color Street business tracker. Before I get started, make sure you click the like button and also subscribe. That way you'll get all of the latest information of when new videos are released. Today, to get started to enter a buy three get one free order, we're going to go over here to the Color Street Orders tab. So we'll start off by entering the order date, and I'm going to say this order is entered on 3/15/2021. And we'll make it an actual date. And then I'm going to come in here and just go ahead and click on a few different items, a few different product names that we can get an order in here, and you can see how this would work. So I'm going to have 4 different items in here that we can look at. So I've got Yemen Lemons, You'll Be Jolly, Wow Macau, and You Grow Girl. And so you can see I have 2 $11 items and 2 $13 items. And let's say I bought one of each of these. So the way you would want to enter a buy three get one free order, of course, is to make sure that when it all adds up, it matches the total receipt of your Color Street order. In this case, what Color Street typically does is they discount the lowest priced order. And in this case, we actually have 2 items that are the lowest priced item in the order. So we have 2 $11 items. So it's really up to us to decide which one we want to enter as $0. So what I would do is say the first item would be $0, and then the others I would enter at full retail price. So I've got 1 $0 item and then 3 that are entered in here at their full retail price. Again, it doesn't necessarily matter which of the lowest priced items we pick. I could have just as easily made the first one $11 and made the second one $0. Again, it's going to come out to the same kind of process in the same way. But what you're really looking for is that this amount over here adds up to what you actually paid for from Color Street. And so in this case, when we highlight it and we come down here and look at our sum, you'll see it says $37, so that means I paid $37 to Color Street. So you can go and check it with your receipt and just make sure and validate and make sure that that's the right amount. The other way to do it is if you did pay, say, $37, you could divide that cost across all 4 of the items. So you paid $37 and you bought 4 items. So instead of picking one to be $0, you could just say, all of them were $9.25. And so again, if I come over here and I highlight it, it all adds up to $37. Now, this might seem a little odd, and you might not want these kind of strange values into your actual price paid, but it might make sense if you have, say, an order of maybe 40 items, and you don't want to have to go through and just make sure that you've actually put in the right numbers of free items in there. So maybe for a small order, it would make more sense to actually go in and select which item was free and put in the others as full retail. But for a really big order, you might not want to do that. You might want to just say, okay, this is the total I paid, and I'm just going to divide that across how many items I got. Both ways are fine. Neither one are going to create kind of erroneous values. They're both perfectly acceptable to do that way. I just prefer to select an item and put it in as $0. And put in the rest of them as full retail price. But it's really up to you, and both ways are correct. Okay, so that's one example, is if you actually have 4 items of different, different product names. Let's say that instead of buying 4 different products, I actually bought 4 Yemen Lemons. And so then the question is going to be, okay, how do I handle that? So again, one way that you could do it is you could say I paid $33 because that's what you would have paid for 3 of them, but I bought 4 items. So that means that I would have paid $8.25 for all 4 items, which works out to be $33. So again, correct math, it all works out. So putting $8.25 in here and saying I ordered 4 works out to be the right number in this sales inventory. The other way that you could do it is you could actually enter in Yemen Lemons on 2 different lines. And you could say one is a 3, or you ordered 3 and one is 1, and put the full retail price for the 3 items and put free for the 1 item. So basically you're just separating it out into 2 different lines. That way you can track it as kind of separate amounts. And so again, if you go over here to column I, you see $33 is entered here for the 3 items that you paid full retail for, and $0 is entered for the one that you paid $0 for. So again, no right or wrong way to do it. It's just what I wanted to do is kind of present you with some different options of how you can enter it. I get this question a lot. So if you're confused about how to enter a buy 3 get 1 free, it is confusing because Color Street doesn't really anymore tell you which item is the free one on your receipt. You just kind of have to figure it out yourself. So rules of thumb are usually your free items are your lowest price retail items, so go in and look for those. And you can either put them in as $0 and everything else is full retail, or you can divide the total cost of your receipt across all the items in the order, and that also would work out. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of how you would go about entering the buy 3 get 1 free. But as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below in the comments or get back to me on my Etsy page. Both ways, I'll respond to you and try to clarify anything that you have questions about. So thanks for watching. See you next week.